Hi Aquarius, I'm Christel and this reading is for you for December 2020. So I'm going to move a little bit these down so I can have a little bit of space to put the cards. And we'll start with these. These are you and your environment. So the Three of Earth and the Hanged Man. Later on we'll pull another one on this one, don't worry about that. So I'm just going to, like I said, a little bit more room. Okay, now these are the basis cards, the main cards really. The Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. The Eight of Swords. The Three of Cups. The Father of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles or the King of Coins. The Five of Swords. And the Three of Pentacles. Okay, let's see what's happening here. So let's start with you and your environment. I feel, and I've had that before, the Hangman, the environment is where it's a slower card. It's where you give in. It's where you stop fighting whatever is happening. Stop fighting reality. Stop fighting your thoughts, your emotions. You stop fighting and you just hang on for the ride. And you go for the ride. And usually when you give in, that's where things come to the surface. Where you get insights, where you get inspiration, where you get also these aha moments like, okay, this is what I need to do. Now you, I think through all this year, basically you've been, the Three of Pentacles is the same as here. Now the imagery is different. I think usually in in this tarot deck, the Rider-Waite, it's three people and it's about collaboration, but about working together. Now here I feel it's more like you working hard. I think the last year you've been working hard and maybe you've even worked a little bit against the current. You fought a little bit against all that 2020 brought us as a whole, as in the world. I mean, we've had major challenges going on in 2020. We have major things going on, and this is reflected here in these cards. Now, but you've worked. You never stop working. But sometimes when we work hard, we don't often go with the current. We don't often. We often fight against the flow. Now, what is indicated here is that you stopped working against the flow, but you're going with the flow. That doesn't mean you stopped working hard, no, but it means you started working in a different way. You started working more like, okay, I get it, I'm going to give in and I'll see what comes my way, and whatever comes my way, I'll take what I need from that, and then I'll see where I go next. Go with the flow, you know, take it in, take it as it comes, and then you see whatever comes next. Now the Page of Swords, I feel this Daughter of Swords, which is in the normal, you know, is also called the Page of Swords. It's, you know, while you've been working hard, you've also, this card asks you to observe. And the more you observe, the more you know which way to go. And that this comes also from insights. But these insights don't, here it's more an internal card. I feel this is more an external card. So here you're internally working with whatever things you've happened to you in 2020. Here you're sort of more like standing as a third party, and you're observing, and you're like looking at a movie. So you're looking at the movie of life, in this case, the movie of 2020. You observe and you take your own conclusions. And the Eight of Swords here, you see this cocoon, this butterfly, is surrounded by the swords. So he's hanging from a sword surrounded by the swords. So it feels like the swords feel a little bit threatening to the cocoon, feel a little bit threatening to the butterfly that is going to emerge any minute now. So from these observations you have made, you have learned stuff. You have learned in the cocoon, because when the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, it completely dissolves and then starts rearranging in completely different DNA, and the cells rearrange itself in such a way that it becomes a butterfly, the butterfly to emerge. Now this feels a bit threatening to you to emerge, because of course here this has been going on, you've been working, you had insights, you had also the observations and the external information that told you that it's time for something new, and really time for a new you, Aquarius, to emerge. But of course you're a bit afraid to emerge because it feels threatening to show this new you, this new face, or this new ideas that you have gained here and here, to show that to the world, because you're a bit afraid that the world might reject you or might hurt you. And the Three of Cups here, it's a reminder that it's going to be okay. Because the Three of Cups is the birds are talking to each other. There's the Three of Cups. They are like in a conversation together, but in a nice conversation. Because look at the colors. If you look at the cards, mostly they're black and white, and they have a little color. But the backgrounds at least, are mostly black and white. But here there is color. There is, the warm yellow, there is the mustard colors, there is the red, the fears, the passion. It's like, traditionally, the Three of Cups is a celebration, a coming together, a party, joining in joy, in happiness, in celebration of people. I feel that if you dare to come out of this caterpillar, and you show your ideas, you show your initiatives, your new things you want to show the world, whether that's you as a new you or actual new things, the world is ready for that, and the world will rejoice the fact that you show what you have been working on here. And it's time for you to celebrate that as well. And the Father of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles, he is this king that whatever he touches, it sort of turns to gold. It becomes fruitful, it becomes useful, it becomes something new, you can really use in your life, whether that is relationships, whether that is wisdom, whether that is material stuff. The Father of Pentacles has that element, or that energy that makes it stick. Whatever you're doing here, whatever you're emerging, and there's this fear here, and the fear is here as well, yeah? The fear the fear for emerging. This King of Pentacles tells me that whatever you've been doing, it's going to be good, because you're going to stick it out. You're going to also make it stick, make it work in somehow. When you're here still in creation mode, and in almost giving in and letting it come as it comes, while observing, it doesn't mean you have to completely stop being rational about it, or stop observing, or stop doing. So the moment you're emerging, it feels celebratory, but it feels also like you have a way to make whatever the thing is, to make it stick, to make it work, to really concretize it, make it tangible, make it a thing that is here to stay, not to go away again. But there is still, I feel this Five of Swords is, I feel this is a little bit of an inner conflict, and this inner conflict is a bit connected to, what if the people laugh when I show my new idea, my new and my new business, my new way of being, my new thoughts, the emotions that I carry with me, or the things that I've worked so hard for. What if I show it to the world and the world will laugh? What am I going to do then? Now, of course, being next to this king, you don't really have to care about what the world thinks. This is just, compare and despair, a little bit like that. But it's just fear of being seen and fear of being judged. But you don't need to be afraid of that. I feel that here, as an end card, is Three of Pentacles. It tells me that you still have some work before you, but it's a very hopeful card. It also tells me that you can do it, and especially in connection with this King of Pentacles, making the things tangible. There is still some ways to go before all this will come to, the complete conclusion or a very effective reality. There is some ways to go, but you are already halfway the mountain. It's not like you have to start all the way down. Work has been done. The idea is good. The idea is good. This is just, forget about it, because you also have this. You can celebrate, and every little step you take up the mountain, take time to celebrate, because that's important. Celebrate your wins. And your wins is also something that, along the way, when you climb, I think you continue observing. You work hard, but you continue also to observe, like, okay, what can I do better? What can I change that will make whatever I'm doing feel better for me? How can I make it better? I think that's important here. Because of this here, and because of what people think, but I feel that this is neglectable because of the other cards. But these people that think of you something are the same that here you're afraid to come out because of the same people, yeah? So these sorts and these sorts are the same in the cards. So those are the cards that you should really try to ignore, and it's easier than said than done. I really know that, especially when we do something new. So let's see what happens here. Ace of Cups, new emotional beginning. Yeah. I think that, the King of Pentacles wants to jump. So it's the same here. The King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. So whatever it's you're observing and you're doing and you learned from being in this situation, from the hard work and also from giving in and relying on that inner knowledge that you have, relying on the insights you got, it will help you get to the realization, the manifesting, to making it real. And the making it real is also an emotional win. Don't forget that, there is always an emotional aspect to when we achieve something, to when we get to a goal. There is the joy, which is also here, but there is also, the emotion of winning, the emotion of, yes, I've done it. And okay, the ace is the beginning of that, because you're in the beginning of your project and you haven't really come out with it, but there is already this delight there. I see why you don't need to be afraid of what people think of you, because you're the King of Wands. You're the king that can manifest. You are on top of it. The inspiration is there. The salamanders are joining you. They are supporting you in whatever you're doing. So don't think about the other people. Think about what you want here. Now, this is a little bit double, this card. I feel in a way, when you look at it in connection with this, I think it can represent, again, a little bit of fear. And this fear makes you hold on to your idea. Hold on and not wanting to show it. So in that respect, this Four of Pentacles is, a grasping energy. You don't want to let go of the caterpillar, really. You don't want to emerge from the cocoon, because it's safe in the cocoon. You're safe from opinions. You're safe from risks. This person doesn't want to take risk. Now, on the other hand, if you come out if you come out of and you dare to spread your wings and come out as the butterfly and show your ideas, it is going to give you a new stability, a newfound beginning of prosperity as well, in whatever way that means. But I think here, in this case here, it is more this fear representing again, coming up again, this fear of what will people think, so I'll hold on to it. I won't let it show. I won't show it to the world. But this king, if you, instead of embracing this energy of grasping, of holding on, you go for this energy of the king, where the king, because this king is very passionate. He has energy. He has this creative fire in him, and there's no stopping him. So when the butterfly is ready to come out of the cocoon, there is no stopping it. It will come out of the cocoon eventually. Now you can start holding on to and holding back, but you're not going to succeed. It needs to come out, because it's like, it's like a baby. When it's ready, it needs to come out. Ooh, what happens here? There's too many that jump. So it's like the baby when it wants to come out. When it's ready, when the time is there, it will come out. And you can't push it back in. Can't do that. Okay, so Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so like the joy that I feel again, or like a bit of a win whenever you come out of that cocoon. It feels joyous. It feels like time to celebrate, because yes, you've done it. And it will also bring, it will bring you choices. But on the other hand, I feel like it feels more like you're weighing here, okay, so where do I go from here? Because a lot of work has been done here. But of course, the moment that you emerge from that cocoon, then you have to choose where you fly to. But that is, it's okay, because the ships are coming in, it's okay, there's help coming, there is just, choices to be made, but it's going to be okay. Again, when you make choices, there may be judgment from other people. But this King of Pentacles here and this King of Pentacles here, that energy is, you're like the boss, you're the leader, you're the manifestor, the idea is gold. Don't worry about it. The idea is gold here. Also money coming in a way. But of course, you need to make some changes. You may need to make some course, corrections when you fly out of the cocoon. Now the Hierophant on top of that King of Pentacles. Let's first see. Okay, the new beginning. So yeah, this Hierophant is like, it feels like in a way you have learned, in a way you are these people that have learned from here and learned from observing, and from also, observing and seeing, okay, this is me and this is really not me. The nonsense, leave it aside. It's really observing really cleverly, smart, intelligently. And that is you here learning from the wisdom that comes from wherever and from the Hanged Man. But on the other hand, it will also, because this is connected to the King of Pentacles, the Father of Pentacles, it also has a feeling that whatever you're doing, it feels like it has a certain protection. It's protected by other people, by a higher force, but it's also you protecting stuff. Now, I feel these swords and these swords, and of course these swords, they all related. So the fears. But the fears here can't kill you, although you think you, in this image, it's like this man is dead, and yes, he is, in the card, but there is a new dawn. So it feels more like killing off those peoples that are not your supporters, that people that are not cheering you on. Get rid of the non-cheerleaders. Get rid of the judgers and the critics and the shamers and the guilters. Get rid of them. They don't belong to your circle anymore. And you know that in a way. Because you've seen that here in the Hangman. I think, yeah, I feel a lot that there's a lot happening there in that Hangman. And that Hangman, as I said, it is a slower card. So take some time. Yeah. Oh, see? Judgment. Yeah. Okay. Judgment and Hermit. These people that judge you, that want to enter in conflict with you, that can't see your ideas, that criticize your ideas, that shame, that guilt. Don't worry about these because you know better. You're wiser. You have become wiser here doing the work. You have seen, what you've observed. So the nonsense, this is just nonsense. These people are really just nonsense. You don't need them in your world anymore. And you've been called to let them go. Because judgment is like saying to you, listen, these people, when you want to do your idea and what you've worked so hard for and what you can manifest and you can become, the butterfly and fly away, don't let these people hold you back. And sometimes you will need to go back inside to connect to this Hangman, so that you connect to that, that inner force and that inner joy, and that, that really the conviction of your idea and the conviction, the trust in your hard work that you've done. So sometimes it's good to do that, to withdraw from these people, from the bad influences, and set them aside by going, withdrawing in yourself. And let's see what here at the end is happening for you, Aquarius. Oh, the sun. See? When you do the work and you start climbing, you have the Three of Earth here, the Three of Pentacles here, you have it here. And there is going to be, progress. It's going to go, in the right direction. I think the sun is saying, yes, go on, because the sun will shine on you. The higher you get on the mountain, the more the sun will shine, the more successful you'll be. And what else? Yeah. Okay, this makes sense, isn't it? The Eight of Pentacles is you like not being distracted anymore by these people. Not being distracted by the fears and everything. But you work diligently, you step up the mountain, you climb it diligently, towards that sun. Well, that's a beautiful reading, Aquarius. I'm just going to pull some messages for you. Let's see here. These I'll pull randomly. And I'll just feel, I always feel these cards in my hands and I see whatever wants to come out. Sometimes when I'm doing readings, I have people say numbers so that they choose themselves, as it were, but here I have to feel them for you. But we'll have a look first here. Success. That came out for Capricorn as well. Okay, success fills my life in ways beyond my greatest expectations. So I feel that is a bit like, yeah, well, it is certainly here connected to that Sun card, the card of success, very surely. It is also connected to the joy here, the celebrating the win. Don't forget to do that. I feel that you really have to do that. And I feel also that is connected with this King of Pentacles, of course. Bravado and the Warrior Guides. Ooh, well, that's funny that this should come out on top of this, this conflict card. The card where people judge you, where people maybe laugh at you, criticize you, don't understand you, don't understand what you're doing. You have to let them go. You see, I think this is where you have to call in that warrior of yours, and you do that by going inside and fight them off. And I'm not saying that you have to fight them literally and hit them literally, but just, know that you're safe within yourself, and that's okay. And then that higher force will lead you to overcome the critics and the sarcastic people and the judges and all that. Yeah, it's funny. Okay, so last card. This was the, for your information, this is the, ask your guides from Sonia Choquette. This is the Soul Coaching Oracle cards from Denise Lynn. And this finally is the Spirit Animal Oracle from Colette Baron Reid. Oh, and again, the cow spirit. Why is that? Came out again. Miracles are endless. Well, I don't have to say a lot more about that, isn't it? If you do the work, if you trust, this, if you give in and you start following, if you dare to come out of the cocoon, if you work diligently, the miracles are endless. So it feels like, there's more going to come in, more ships to go in, more things happening, more success coming your way. The further you climb up, more miracles will happen and more success will come your way. So that's it for you, Aquarius. I hope you like this reading, and of course I'll be there for January. But before that, I will do a short sneak peek, a sneak preview of the energies available to you for 2021 in general, very general, of course. So that's it for now, Aquarius. Love you and bye.